Hello everyone, welcome back to Sovereign and Supreme. I'd like to say happy 4th of July to everyone. Happy belated 4th of July. You know, it feels great to be making videos again and operating in my purpose. So, in today's video of the Miracle Meditation series, I'll be explaining the 7 best meditation methods to boost your mood. First and foremost, Lotus knows best. And what this simply means is the traditional meditation pose known as the lotus position. This is when you're basically just sitting down, your legs are crossed, and you may have your hands as if you're praying. So why is this important? The lotus position helps you to reconnect with all of your chakras and to get into alignment with who you are. It's also recommended for people who are new to meditation because you really can't go wrong with it. However, I feel like the lotus position could easily cross over with yoga, so it may be helpful to stretch before you do that to avoid cramping. But then again, with meditation, and I will explain this in some future videos, you become more tolerant of pain, so it may be mindful to just observe that pain that may come up without attaching a label or a meaning to it. It just simply is there. So yeah, the lotus position is recommended if you want to just get into alignment with who you are and to get started on the right track. You really can't go wrong with the lotus position. So I would give that one a try. If you have any questions, I would love to go into further detail about what that entails. Second method is known as meditation madness or closing your eyes. Again, if you are new to meditation, that would be wise, because if you aren't, used to, kind of closing out the world and getting into your own happy space, it can be very distressing because you are trying to find yourself in the solace of your own space. And just FYI, meditation is all about finding your sacred, divine space. So closing your eyes is a great way to give yourself as much attention as necessary. Oh yeah, I'm totally ignoring you. That's my point exactly. Just close your eyes and shut out the world. However, I would love to admit that when you are closing your eyes, it is extremely zen, and it helps you to actually have better vision into yourself. It's a way for you to open up your third eye and to connect with all that is without being bombarded by the outside world. And just think about it. Whenever you're doing something important, don't you want to give it your undivided attention? Don't you think it's necessary to blot out all distractions? Because that's the most important thing at that particular moment. However, when you gain more experience with meditation, you can have your eyes open and still set your intention on a particular object, thing, or idea within your proximity. So that's what I find interesting about this one. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. And once again, if you're new to meditation, I would definitely try closing your eyes. And in my experience, I have seen like indigo lights in my vision when I close my eyes. But I would recommend not getting too attached to that. Whatever comes, whatever goes. It's a matter of ebb and flow. My third method is home alone. Yes, this is definitely 90s nostalgia. But it's better if you can just meditate without wondering if a person's going to knock on your door, call your name, or just walk right in the middle of your session. I mean, just think how infuriating it is when you are practicing self-love and someone makes you kind of hate the experience, hate yourself, or just hate the other person because you're doing what's in your best interest and they clearly are oblivious to that or just don't care. So yes, keep that in mind. Try to have a silent, relaxing you space. This is me time. So being home alone is the best way to practice that effectively. The fourth method is group meditation. Specifically in the blog post, I said 2 heads meditate better than 1, or 2 hearts meditate better than 1. And it's derived from the old saying that says 2 brains are better than 1. And they are, actually. You can get more accomplished when you have more than one person set with the same intention to successfully boost their mood and elevate their surroundings. I would like to also refer to this alternatively as the power of many. So, I would like to pose a question to you. Are you one of many or many of one? I'll repeat. Are you one of many or many of one? To me, one of many sounds very generic, but many of one, that sounds epic. And I would just like to point out that when you are meditating, group meditation is very helpful because the more people set their intention on the bliss of meditation, the more bliss you're going to experience. And you know, the power of the heart is thousands of times more powerful than the head. So what if you had thousands of hearts meditating on the same intention to vibrate at a higher level and get into alignment with their divine purpose? I mean, doesn't it just feel great when you are surrounded by like-minded people and you have your high vibe tribe? I know that COVID has kind of put a wrench in that, but I just look at how people were celebrating the 4th of July. I mean, wow. People are just happy to finally be out and free without being locked away in quarantine. And I did get my vaccination, today is Monday, on Saturday. I was kind of shocked by that because initially I was against vaccinations, but I went against my own cognitive dissonance to overcome that fear of what could happen by getting vaccinated, because I was raised to be kind of anti-vaxxer. And I'm glad that I opened my mind to that space of trying something new. And I wouldn't have been able to achieve that on my own. You know, hence group. I saw that the Pfizer had a 95% effectiveness rate, and I went for that. And I also went over a cliff. I'm just kidding. I also went over, I overcame the fear of being perceived as lesser. I'm not going to lie. I used to watch some of Ralph Smart's videos, and he said if you got a vaccination, you were a sheep who were going to be led to the slaughterhouse. I always knew that something was wrong with that logic, but I kind of held on to that in favor of trying to learn from someone who was spiritually ascended. But the truth is, we're all spiritually ascended, and we have to do what's in our best interest. Excuse me. We have to do what's in our best interest, and part of doing what's in our best interest is finding people who embrace and celebrate what we all have in common. And that's the power of group meditation, I think. All right. The 5th method is morning meditation. In my opinion, meditating in the morning is perfect to set your day up for success. Because if you are not meditating in the morning, just think about how much gook is going to be interrupting the flow of your day. And for best, most optimal results, it's recommended to meditate within the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day. But I would say even within the first few hours of your day would be very helpful. But the reason why most experts and gurus will recommend, hey, you need to meditate within the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day for the first 5 or 10 minutes of your day is because that is where your subconscious lies. If you want to make any change in your life, you have to take advantage of when you are first waking up, because that's when your subconscious mind is the most susceptible to change, to reprogramming, and to forming new beliefs and ideology systems, paradigms. And that can be difficult if you have spent decades believing limiting beliefs and just absorbing self-loathing ideologies about who you are. Yes, exactly. Live your life. Do what's in your gut, your soul, what feels good to you. And I'm so glad you brought that up, Tiffany, because when you do what you feel is right, you can emanate this light energy to other people. And as a result, you can encourage them to live out their greatest truths, to wake up to their highest realities, and to embrace what is in their best interest. But, like I was saying, like I was saying, your subconscious mind is the most impressionable to suggestion here. So it wouldn't hurt to just start your day off on the right foot and in the right headspace, as well as your heart space. I have water in my hand right now. You know what? You're absolutely right. Give me one sec. You're welcome. Talk about the high vibe life. Give me one sec. Okay. So yeah, morning meditation, all it requires is you getting in your most comfortable pose. You could be standing up, sitting down, with your eyes closed, home alone. You could also just really tap into how you're feeling and just go with that. This may seem unrelated, but I just came across one of these Brendan Urie videos. He was like, yeah, I meditate for about 10 minutes a day. And, I have ADHD. So it, if I feel fear, shame, or anger, I just tap into it and I allow myself to feel that way. And part of boosting your mood is admitting how you feel. We often think that we have to always be positive, but if you're feeling negative, that's okay. It's a matter of embracing your mood. And because of you embracing your mood, that's how you boost it. And in the next video, I'll be talking more about, you have to slow down to speed up. That's what's necessary for meditation and all that is boosting your mood. So keep that in mind the next time you wake up. The sixth method, and I love this one, even though I need to practice it more myself, it's called the night owl method. They say that early bird gets the worm, but why should we forget about the night owl? I know it is very beautiful out here. Oftentimes at night, we're still dealing with a lot of stress from our day, and we just need to release that negative energy. Because most of the time, it's not even our energy to begin with. We're just holding on. We're latching on to the auras that we've absorbed throughout our day. And that can have a negative impact on our auras and be very it can be very self-destructive and counterproductive in the process. And while this may sound counterintuitive and out of left field, we often do our best, most creative thinking at night. So if you are creative, meditating at night can help you to tap into that space, you know? It can help you to vibe with, the theta state of awareness, which is the gateway between the subconscious and the conscious realms. And that also boosts your manifestation power. And because you are boosting your manifestation power, you are boosting your mood. Because in order to attract what you want, you have to be a vibrational match for that desire. And if your desire is to boost your mood, you boost your mood by letting go of what is tanking your mood. Whatever is causing you to feel bad about yourself, or just bad about life in general, it's important to remove those blockages. You know why? Those blockages are not yours. In all reality, you are very high vibrational. You're amazing, you're invaluable, you're whole, worthy, divine, and complete. But it's easy to forget that when we allow the weight of the world to weigh down our shoulders. So take a few deep breaths. Try to wait 3 seconds after you inhale. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. And marry tonight, so to speak. It's a total Lady Gaga reference, I know. But when you are about to go to sleep, it's important to just let go of what doesn't serve you and set the intention for a better tomorrow. And last but not least, it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm going to be doing all week. And most importantly, it's what I'm going to be. Take a meditate, son. I repeat, take a meditate, son. In other words, that means sun gaze, get out into nature. Allow the sun to soak and soothe your pores, because that gives you adequate vitamin D intake. And if you don't take any vitamins, it might just be helpful just to get out in the sun whenever possible. You can really take advantage of this in the summer months. However, you live in a location where there isn't a lot of sun. Fear not, because you have several other alternatives, including the 6 methods that I included before. There's nothing to worry about if you can get out in the sun, but if you're very interested in this method, you could definitely travel to places where it's sunny. Why not? I would recommend you try it all year long if you can, because the sun has the power to damn near cure depression. And there's not necessarily a cure for depression, but I'm saying it can really help you to alleviate those symptoms and boost your mood. And believe it or not, being happy, you know what? Let me rephrase. Being joyful is a form of meditation. You are meditating on vibing at your highest frequency. And to live a high vibe life, it's not going after perfection, but going after progress. And the sun represents your progress. It represents you shining despite all the obstacles in your life. And it just shows you that you're the light in this world, despite all the darkness that may shroud you. You know, the sun represents victory, it represents vibrancy, it represents health, it represents totality, it represents optimism, hope, it represents faith, it represents being at your pinnacle, being a boss, and being your highest authority. So why not soak in that D? Why not practice these 7 meditation methods? So my final thoughts for this video are, which meditation method or methods are best? That depends entirely on you. I can't tell you which one is better than the other, but it's just a process of elimination. Like I've said in my previous video, there's no wrong or right way to meditate. It's just a matter of finding what suits you best. And that's what this entire video is about. 7 best meditation methods to boost your mood. So let me know on your thoughts of this video. Let me know how I can improve my content. And feel free to share my content and be an active voice within the community. And I'm very thankful for all of my members. You can also subscribe to my Miracle Meditations with your name, first and last name, and your email address. Love you all. Take care. And remember that you are the 7 best methods. You are the 7 best methods to boost your mood in meditation, in life, in vibrancy, and then some. Okay, one sec. I'm going to head out. I lost a very close friend being to me last week, and I have been at a loss since. Want to take my life a few times, but I'm still here. I hope you endure all the love, peace, light, and prosperity. You know what, Tiffany? I want to say thank you. It takes a lot of courage and strength to admit the depression that you have struggled from. And suicidal ideation. It's no joke, and in my experience, people are not very understanding of that. But it has nothing to do with you. You're still here for a reason. You know why? Because you are light and prosperity. And I think the meditation really helps for you to tap into that truth. Because it's an excavated treasure. It's like at the bottom of an ocean. And yet, I would say that a glimmer of hope is an ocean within an even bigger ocean in reality. So I would just like to say thank you for your candor, your strength, and your determination. And I feel inspired by you. And one thing I've learned is it's sometimes best when I'm the one making the video, but sometimes it's best when an audience member teaches the one teaching. Like stereotypically speaking, we think the teacher needs to teach the student. No. I'm not saying that I'm a teacher. I'm not saying that any of our audience members are students, but I am saying everyone is susceptible to being taught what is in how should I word this? Everyone can learn how to be their greatest version. And part of learning how to be in your greatest version is unknowing all the things you thought you knew about yourself. Because we were indoctrinated to believe the lie. To believe that we're not worthy. To believe we're not complete. And to believe that there's something wrong with us, that we're the burden in this world. But it's the total opposite. Oh, you know what? Thank you. I love the fact that, I can actually help someone. And that there's someone who can help me, to operate in my purpose and share my greatest truths. Because for the longest, I never felt like I could do this. I never felt like I could be myself and feel good about what I'm passionate about, if that makes any sense. And I'm proud of you too, because most people are not strong enough to admit that something could have literally taken them out of this world. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I am operating in my purpose, and I'm inspiring other people to boost their mood. So if there's anything else I can do for you guys, let me know. And I'm more than happy to share my truths. Because you know what? We're in this together. Let's set the intention right now that we're going to all boost our mood and make the best of what's left of this summer and then some. So, love you all. Take care. And feel free to refer back to this video when you're looking for ways to boost your mood in the name of meditation. Bye guys. See you next time.